Well, I'm here with Dion Hibdon. Dion is one of very few people to have won both a Classic and an FLW championship. Dion, thanks for coming on.
I'm tickled to be here.
Hey, Dion, you fish in the north, the south, and all points in between. And I'll tell you what, between your father, Guido, and yourself, you've had tremendous tournament success out there. When you're out fishing a new lake, a lake you've never been to before, what do you do to get prepared, and what do you look for?
I try to fish to my strengths, and when I say that, I'm a real good jig fisherman. I enjoy fishing that way. So whenever I go to a new body of water, that's the first thing I do. I try to go fish where I can catch them on a jig. If that doesn't work, I use a seasonal pattern for the most part, okay? They feed on shad up until they move to the bank. They start thinking about spawning, so I throw shad-oriented baits in the wintertime. When they go to the bank, they start eating crawdad-oriented baits. I keep it real simple. When you get into the summer, they start eating shad-eating baits again. And then in the fall, you can catch them on both. But that's how I fish all over the country, and I just keep it real basic that way. I try to realize what the fish feed on. And when I go to these new lakes, I don't fish it like it's a new lake. I fish for them bass,
Right. So you figure a bass is a bass no matter where you go.
I mean, up north, the only difference between the north and the south is up north they do it quicker. They're faster about moving, and they're faster about getting on the bed. They're faster about getting off the bed. They do things at a more rapid pace than they do in the south. Where our fish in the south, sometimes they'll take 2 weeks to spawn. Up north, it's a week and they're done. And it's just they do things faster up there. And another thing is about up north, a lot of those bass are older. They're an older age group when it gets to be a 4-pounder, so you have to take that into consideration. That would be a 9-pounder in our part of the world, so you have to fish for him a little bit smarter. You can't spook him with your boat and stuff like that. That's the main thing with north and south fishing, is realizing which fish you're fishing for,
I appreciate it, Dan.
Sure.
That's awesome.